I got to see. I don't know if we talked about it, but I'm wearing the shirt right now. The Candyman, the new 2021.
How was it?
I liked it. I know there's been a little bit of controversy over it because a lot of people saying it's been like it's a little bit too woke, things like that. But I feel like the original Candyman was like that as well. It was just a little bit more subtle about it. But it's the original one's told from this perspective of the white lady, Helen.
Yeah.
And so this one's a little bit different because you have a black artist and he's trying to gain fame and he finds out about Candyman. And that person actually turns out that he was in the first movie at the beginning. He was a baby that Candyman had chosen to keep the legacy of Candyman going. Or as Candyman would say, his congregation. He likes to keep the legend and the mythos going so he could stay alive. It's like, I feel like it feeds his power, it's almost like Freddy Krueger, how fear, gives him power or whatever. Yeah. Right. So it's kind of the same issue. I like the cinematography in it. It was really cool, man. Like Nia DaCosta, she's really good at that. But yeah, some of the, the stuff they talk about is a little bit on the nose, with the police brutality and everything. But, it's relevant, you know what I mean? So, my only real complaint really was not enough Tony Todd in it, man. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it. But Tony Todd was the guy, who played the original Candyman. And he comes
out in it?
He's in this, but it's like at the very end, you know what I mean?
Is he Candyman?
He is Candyman, but basically what's going on, there's other Candyman. Like the myth.
There's other Candyman.
It's supposed to, I guess in a way it represents generational trauma of Black people, you know what I mean? Like they've been, because there's like several stories going on. Like there was like the Candyman in this one is like this guy that was an actual Candyman that gave out candy to kids. And basically something was happening to where some kids ate some candy that had some blades in them, and the police thought it was him because he's Candyman or whatever. And he was creepy though. I'm not gonna lie, it was creepy. He's coming out of holes and shit in the projects. But the police go and that part was set in the 70s, and they basically kill him and shit, you know what I mean, and just like brutally kill him. And so he becomes in a way a Candyman, part of the mythos, and so he carries on that. But what I think is cool about it is they kind of give out the idea that it's a hive mind type thing. So, like bees. So it ties back into that. So all these other kind of people that are taking on the Candyman mantle are really just part of the original Candyman. And he's really the head. And so I think that was cool about it, But I just miss Tony Todd because he had a really good presence and he had that voice, you know what I mean? And so, but the main character, he slowly becomes Candyman. So there's some cool body horror though, because in the beginning, there's a bee that like bites him and shit, and he starts like his skin just starts getting really nasty. He starts picking at it and shit. It's like really gross, man. It's like, and towards the end of it, there's this crazy ass scene that happens where he's just getting mutilated, and it's just crazy. And but
so it has some of that 80s body mutilation type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, good. Like the music and shit's cool, but it's not as good as the first one, I would say, but it's definitely up there, man. It's definitely one of the best sequels because Candyman had other sequels back in the 90s, but they weren't all that great. But this one's cool though, you know what I mean? So hopefully if they make another one. It did well though. Like I heard it did well at the movies and everything. So
say his name. I dare you.
Candyman.
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 Candyman.